Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Solomon Shrine podcast. Today's very special guest, we have one of the main cast members. We have Miss Hayley Varghese herself, Trina. Also, technically, her second time stopping by the. But no, the first time that we're actually going to be specifically talking about Solomon with one of the main cast. So I'm super excited. Yeah, and we had to delay this for a week because tech problems. Boo. But yeah, we're here today and ready to get the party started.
Woohoo! I'm so excited to start. Yeah, I'm really happy that I can voice Haley. It's going to be such an awesome series. It's going to be amazing. We have such a stellar cast, like lot of good lot of good talent. We got Sean, we got Belle, we got me, we got everybody. Like great casting for sure, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was just so thrilled that I finally got the video out there. And yeah, now we're just getting the ball rolling. We're definitely getting into the fun stuff after a lot of just casting and doing a lot of the boring stuff. And yeah, we're just getting right into we're just gonna let the party just roll and see where the summer takes us because it is summerween after all.
It's summertime. Woo!
Yep, anytime. So I guess with all of that said, I just wanted to ask you, how are you doing today? And yeah, like how's everything been since we last spoke?
It has been so good. I've been doing a lot. Same old voice acting some projects, auditioning, and of course, playing games and streaming. I really want to get the Switch too, but unfortunately, Nintendo did not select me to be part of their list. So I'm gonna wait a few more months and then when I can actually find it, because some people can find it, but me, every store I go to, it's sold out. So I'll give it a few couple of months and hopefully there'll be more games out and then I'll be able to have that Switch too.
Yeah, that kind of seems to be like a thing here where it's like, we just don't really know when it's gonna be, if we're gonna get like a blessing. But I just always say that sometimes things can work out like God, it could kind of provide like a way, or sometimes it could just be a door closed. So you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe one day I'll get lucky and I'll find it in stores.
Yeah. But regardless, I'm just really so excited to just finally announce everybody. And we have one of the main actresses that is going to be a part of the series. And I'm just really looking forward to it. Like, this is something that I've been, planning for years now. But hey, these characters finally have a voice. Thank God.
Thank goodness. Yes, you've been working on the series for a lot of years and finally we can get into production and it's going to be so good. Like people are going to love this series. I know I do already.
Oh yeah, and I know I definitely got like plenty of questions to ask, during this interview. So this is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, interview time.
Yeah, and in case you haven't noticed by now, but I am kind of dressed in my William attire, and yeah, we just decided we're just gonna be kind of our characters for most of this month, as it ties into the theme of, well, as a way, just a fun little way of just getting it out there and to just rep our characters, cause why not?
Yeah, exactly. Today I'm dressed in all black, just like what Haley would wear and you're
Yeah.
William. So we're gonna basically cosplay our characters today.
Yeah, that's pretty basically what we've been doing for the last couple of
Hmm.
interviews or so. But yeah, I guess with all of that said, I guess we could just get right into the questions that I have for you, which is really not a lot, but knowing us, we'll probably just ramble on and just discuss all type of stuff.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. It's good to talk.
Exactly. So for you, like when it comes to Solomon, what were your first expectations going into it? And yeah, just seeing everything just unfolding right before your eyes.
The first thing that I noticed was the character art. And I was like, oh, look at the cute art. Look at the cute art style. It's so adorable. And I was really, really interested in the characters, um, especially Haley. Like I believe I auditioned for both the female cast members.
I believe you
And then I
did. Yeah.
got I was not even expecting to get a call back for Hayley. I was like, what? Really? Me? So I was so happy that I got that. And I don't expect anything. So, I just, send the audition and then I get the call back and I'm like, whoa, okay. I might get cast for this character. I'll do my very best. And for the second scene for the callback, it was a very emotional scene. I remember it was a lot of screaming. It definitely tested my character acting for that scene and scenario. And then after casting was, the casting auditions were over, I was like, oh, I got Hayley! Wow! I could not believe it, but I was so excited and happy too. And then I found out she was actually Filipino, just like me. Yes, it's literally so authentic. Like this is me. I'm literally her now. Like, oh, that literally perfect. Like perfect choice of character that I could play. And again, super grateful and I can't wait for more recordings and seeing the animation unfold.
Yeah, the whole casting process was insane, but I'm just really happy that it was you in the end of the day.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I remember just going back and forth between, okay, I can probably talk about this. So it was between you and Shakira, and we were just I was kind of going back and forth on, just making sure that we really nail just who Hayley was, just dynamic personality and, background and everything. So after just tossing back and forth, I just decided, you know what, let's do Trina and then just bring in Shakira for something else in later down the line. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it's going to be pretty fun. A nice little juicy part.
And
That is
it's
very
really
important
cool
to Haley's
too.
character. Yeah.
It's very cool too because Shakira and we actually voiced in My Dear Friend Nokotan together too. So it's awesome that we can voice in another series like this as well. So again, we're castmates again. Yay! I love Shakira. She's such a good voice actress and she has tons of awesome experience and tons of amazing characters. In My Dear Friend Nokotan, she did the grandmother Mitsuha. She was worshiping my character Nokotan the deer, and it was a very funny scene. Everything she does is so good, and she also voiced the bully character too. The ones that were trying to attack Koshitan in one of the episodes. She did a very great job on that as well.
Yeah. So this is just another reminder to check out Nokotan. Like, it's now streaming still. So yeah, and she's the star.
That's me.
Yeah. So just a quick little plug in, but yeah, back to Solomon just for however long we got here. I was just like, because going through all of the submissions, and it's kind of crazy to me too that you mentioned you and Shakira being castmates, and I guess also debatably classmates, but yeah, because this does take place in like high school and what have you. So I remember when I was going through the submissions, like all the final stuff, I was like, there is no way both Trina and Shakira ended up making the finalists. And when I was talking with Michaela Loss, you should check out the interview that I did with her on yesterday. Great, great, great person. And just really, really, really funny too. Love you, Michaela. We were just kind of going on the final, just the Haley finalists, so to speak, and I I actually did like a double take of like, ain't no way these two are in the finalists, and then I listened to y'all submissions, and I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, like that definitely checks out. But it's just kind of crazy that you two were just so close, like tie to tie, like neck to neck. I don't want to say neck to neck, but just really the two of you in particular, just already having worked on Nokotan, you both were under consideration for Haley, and it just so happens that I ended up, choosing. But I mean, not to say that Shakira did amazing, but like I said, there's probably going to be something for her later down the line. You'll just have to watch the show and find out if you
Yeah,
get
you'll just
there.
have to watch more of Solomon Shrine and maybe you'll hear Shakira.
yeah, who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future, but yeah, I'm just really excited that this is finally going according to plan. But yeah, and when you finally, I think it's so interesting that when you got the call back, it then ended up getting, booking Haley. It's like, man, it's just kind of crazy how we were literally just doing an interview like not long before this, and it was just mainly to talk about yourself and your career, but actually getting to work together, like from a director, creator, actor perspective, it's like, oh my gosh, unbelievable.
I know it's so cool because we literally just had an interview, I believe, like 2 or 3 months ago. And
We
now
did,
here we
yeah.
are now with another one with the podcast and now in the production this time.
Yeah, that is so crazy how life just, everything is just a small world, man.
Very small world, but a good world, a very fun world too.
Yeah, and I haven't even brought up just the supporting characters and just, yeah, it was the supporting, and then we announced all the additional voices, extras that are going to be appearing alongside the series. Like, I just really got to give all my love to Sean once again, Belle, Diana, Trina. Yeah, just all of you guys just being in this really crazy ride is just something that is just so unreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And again, I'm so happy with the choice of the cast too. Again, very awesome castmates. What would be really cool too is like maybe one day we could all do like a panel together about Solomon Shrine. We could do like a whole castmate, Q&A kind of thing. That would be super cool.
Yeah, that has been in the talks. I've been considering it for a. It's kind of something that has been, sort of in the back of my mind for quite some time. So we'll see if the show kind of gets a little bit, gains a little momentum, and see what happens out of it. Because, like I said, we're only just in the beginning. So, yeah, but that's something that we could probably consider doing sometime in the summer, and maybe bring in some other casts for Q&A and play some games or just trivia, just a bunch of that stuff. So we'll see what happens. Just stay tuned and continue playing for your lives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, like you said, we're in the very beginning stages, and hopefully soon we'll start recording too in the next coming months. That's going to be
I
exciting.
know, yeah, because right now we're. I always say that June is kind of like the beginning of a really, really, really crazy rest of the year. And I mean, it already is pretty crazy because we're already having a lot of stuff. I mean, some good news though, and some bad. Like, I mean, pretty much, I don't want to get into politics, but right now it's just pretty crazy in LA. But the other good news that is kind of like as kind of like another major milestone or achievement. It's we are finally, let me get these here. Yeah, we're finally out, and yeah, the strike is kind of over, and we kind of reached a deal, and I am absolutely jazzed about it. And a lot of actors are already announcing kind of pretty much what they've been putting off for a while, and I'm just really happy that we're finally seeing just this this madness come to an end with this strike and everything. Just, oh my goodness. It's a
I
lot.
agree. Yeah, definitely. The strike affected many actors, voice actors, artists, writers for a couple of months, and it's definitely been a long journey. But thankfully, finally, it's come to a close, and we came to a conclusion. So yes, I agree. And now, finally, things can get back to normal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long process, but I know that we're slowly starting to improve when it comes to just negotiations with companies. And yeah, don't trust AI, y'all. And that's pretty much all
Don't
I'm gonna
trust
say about it.
AI, real people only.
Yeah, represent. But yeah, I just am just so absolutely jazzed that you won't be hearing any artificial clone voices for this project, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Definitely. It's going to be a totally human voice acting cast. No AI.
Yep, exactamundo. I was kind of wondering because I like to ask this to, my main cast, but when it came to approaching Haley, did you have any sort of, I guess, kind of inspiration in mind for her? Like, is she based on somebody that you kind of know, or did you just kind of went with the flow for her character when you were reading when you were auditioning for her, and I guess to some extent Adrienne as well? Like, if you had like any inspirations, or just kind of went with the flow.
So actually, I recently went to the Philippines, like I believe like around like 7 months ago. And truth be told, she did remind me of one of my cousins that I knew. And basically, I got inspiration from her because she kind of like dresses like Haley in a way, and she kind of acts like her too, like chill, relax. If she has to get loud, she can, but she's more of that, stay chill, stay relaxed kind of vibe. And that's what I got from her, and that's what I put into Haley's character.
Yeah, because the thing that I really wanted to do the most with this cast is I really wanted to be very diverse, not just with races or ethnicity, but just different dynamics, different viewpoints of the world. And I just really think that we pulled it off just very well. I mean, you have William that's just kind of like, the sort of just neurotic, just kind of introverted dude that is just obsessed with, finding mysteries and kind of conspiracy theorist in a way. And then you have Marshall that is more so like, hey, come on, you need to chill, man. And then Adrian is just so peppy, musical theater, just brimming with light and positivity. And then you just have Haley, who is just kind of like another introvert that is just like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? Whatever. So having these different dynamics and personalities, I just really love writing them. And it's just really fun to just hear all these different auditions and actors just giving their own takes on, Haley, Adrienne, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I just really think that we found a cast that is able to just have these very distinct voices and very different dynamics and personalities, and I'm just glad that we were able to accomplish that goal.
Yeah, I agree totally. It's very fun that like literally every character of the main cast, they all have different personalities. So again, it's going to come up with a little like different scenarios that's going to be very fun. Like who knows what's going to happen between all the characters together? Like what kind of mysteries or what kind of things that they're going to get into while they're together. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, and I know, because even before that, I ended up releasing a teaser trailer for it, and that's why you see like Sydney and Dominique and some of the characters that were already featured from like over a year. I can talk over a year ago when I was posting the sneak peek of what's to come with Solomon Trine in a way. And yeah, everybody is just phenomenal. Like everybody that I'm working with is just absolutely brought their A game, and that is pretty much what we were aiming for since the very beginning. As far back as when we did the teaser. And yeah, just seeing how where everything is gonna roll from there. I bet the audience can kind of get a good glimpse or just a good sense of what's going to be going on in the story. It's probably going to be one of those, uh-oh, they stumbled into a situation. How are they going to stop all this madness, or how are they going to get out? Are they going to survive? Are they going to not make it? What's going to happen? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? You'll just have to watch to find out.
Exactamundo. What is something that you've kind of really been enjoying the most so far when it comes to with the very because I know you've just submitted for ended up booking Haley and just reading the what happens in the story. So what is something that you've been really enjoying the most so far when it comes to, Solomon Trine?
I really like your writing style. It is so good. Like you are such a talented writer. Like I really cannot wait to start recording and see like what kind of how our dynamics as our characters' voices when we start, the voice actors working together, like that's gonna be when the magic happens. Like that's gonna be amazing. With your writing plus us acting, oh yeah, the animation's gonna turn out so good.
Yeah. Once again, I really gotta thank Michaela Laws for helping me with the casting, and to Kayla Temchev, another brilliant actress and writer in their own right, for helping out with a lot of the, just helping me set up with the callbacks and just really figuring out what scenes in the lines best represent the character. And man, the submissions I've received are just top notch, just absolutely killer stuff. See what I did there?
I saw.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so much more that we can just disclose and talk about. But like I said, there's only so much that we can. I mean, with the teaser and everything, I just really loved how we were just able to really add in a lot of the spookiness in there and still make it just a lighthearted relationship between the two sisters with Sid and Dom. But then as time goes on, it starts going into even darker territory. So that's something that I'm really the most excited about. But yeah, it's just also it helps me just have a better vision of how Kayla and I just work together as a team, and even to an extent, Michaela for casting and just finding the voices for the characters. But I just really wanted to just thank you so much once again for giving giving our girl a shot.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, like you said, Michaela, she is such an amazing writer too. Like I love her writing and your writing's also amazing. So like with you combined, oh yeah, you guys are a powerhouse. That writing is going to be top tier amazing.
Yep, S tier indeed.
S tier all the way.
Yeah. Kind of something that I was sort of curious that is pertaining to Haley. How would you say that, with you as Filipino American, how would you say that it's such a major, like, aspect of just not only with your personality, but with how you approach just acting in general? And even going as back as to your, like, military stuff, because I think that's something we kind of touched upon. I don't think we touched upon that last time, but yeah, just curious.
Yeah, so I really like that because it feels very authentic. Like again, with her being Filipino American, just like me, I feel like I can relate to her even more. Like I'm I'm literally like I have her culture and she has the culture too. So that makes it way more authentic. And that's what I really, really like about her as the character. Like I can bring my Filipino customs into her as well because that's her family, that's her lifestyle, that's her culture too.
Yeah. And also just bringing in some of, because each of the characters kind of are sort of different fragments of myself, Kayla, or to an extent, Michaela's personalities, and we just really combined what we wanted to really hone in on with each of their specific quirks and characteristics and just turn it into art. So a lot of the characters are just pretty much somewhat more exaggerated just aspects of ourselves, but it's in a world where they're trying to, survive and fight for their lives and yeah. And just maybe make it a little bit more exaggerated. That's what I keep saying, but it's so true. But yeah, since we're kind of in the month of June, what would be the best piece of advice you have for the many communities that are going through this really rough season of their lives?
I'm telling you, just take it day by day and take it slow. Like, if you can accomplish just one thing that day, call it a win. It's all about doing baby steps, right? If it's hard for you to get out of bed or make your bed, start with that. Like, make that small thing an accomplishment and make it, add more to it if you can. And if you can't, that's okay. You still did some things. And along with the summer months too, like just drink lots of water, wear sunscreen, protect yourself. You don't want to get any sunburn. You don't want to have heat exhaustion. Take care of you. and your body will take care of you as well.
Yep, pretty good advice.
Stay hydrated.
Yep, definitely got to stay hydrated. I mean, look at me. I'm in a jacket, so I guess we better practice what we preach. So if let me see. There was another question that I had pertaining to Haley. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Oh, right. So, what is something? Oh, here's a fun one. What is something that you kind of see yourself the most in Haley?
I think other than her culture, I also see like sometimes I can feel like her too. Like sometimes I feel like I'm, why are we doing this? Like, that introvertedness. I would say I'm more of an ambivert, but I do have times where I can definitely like am introverted, and that's what I can relate to her. She's a total introvert. But again, if she needs to speak, she can. She she's her, and she can, if she needs to get loud, she can, but for the most part, she's a, chill, relaxed, introverted kind of girl.
Exactamundo. And trust me, we got some really fun stuff coming up. And yeah, that's just kind of like one of the things that I really enjoy the most about her too is like if she wants to speak up or say something that's on her mind, she won't be afraid. She won't hesitate. It's not like she's biting her tongue. It's just like, no, we can't be doing this. And look, if we want to survive, just don't be dumb and get yourself into this situation. All right. And I guess there's also something that I wanted to add to that too. Like with Haley, it's kind of partially based on my sister and also part of myself, just both of us being introverts and just being like, whatever, with just a lot of different stuff in life. So I kind of took a little bit of influence from her and just me too. So the more you know.
More you know.
Yeah, exactly. And if you were to give advice to just younger Trina about finding their own unique voice, what would you say to them and why?
I would say just start practicing, start auditioning now. You don't have to wait. Don't think so harshly of yourself. You need to just try it and just do it now. Like, don't let anything hold you back. Don't let your own fears hold you back. You got this. You can do it. Just start now. And she would totally be like, really? You think so? Okay, I'll do it.
Amen to that.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you'd like to share any final, I mean, you've already just gave some pretty solid advice, but what would be something that you want to close out this interview with? Just any final thoughts and advice.
Okay, yes. So again, if you want to do something and you're afraid that you don't have it what it takes, don't worry about that. You won't know until you try. And even if you do fail, you can't have success without some failures. So if you do fail, just try and try again. And eventually you will find that success. It might take a couple of tries, it might take a lot of tries, but eventually you will succeed. So don't let anyone hold you back. You got this.
Right on. Right on. So yeah, I guess we're kind of at the end of this. So once again, thank you so much. Feel free to plug your socials and upcoming stuff that we may hear you in, just plug self promo time.
Okay, so you can find me on my website, trinadeuhartcar.co. I also am on X and Blue Sky as well, and even LinkedIn. Trina Deuhart. It's Deuhart, Deuhart. So please, give a follow. I'll comment back, all that good stuff. And if you want to hear me in some other stuff, I have been voicing a lot of movies lately, a lot of Chinese dubbing movies. You can find them literally on YouTube. I worked on like over like I think eight, maybe nine. Like there's a lot that I'm working on. I actually have to record like about four more. So I'm slowly getting that done too. So, you'll find me out there somewhere. I'm also going to be guesting at a convention in 2 weeks. and I'll be at Mitrotham Con in Dalton, Georgia. So come out and say hi to me if you can. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
And I see you working. I see you there. I see you. Yeah, and I'll also plug in my socials in the description or whenever this goes up. But I just wanted to also close this out with just do it. I know it sounds cliche, but just do it. That's all I got it. That's all I have to say. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for once again for stopping by. And once again, there will be more episodes of Solomon Shrine coming soon, probably like towards the end of the year, quarter 4-ish. So don't quote me on that. But keep an eye out for any updates. Just simple as that. Do. Oh, I do have. Actually, speaking of movies, like, what would you say were some of the, I guess, pieces of media that are still like very much inspirational to you, and something else that you want to just close out with?
I would say there is a lot of good movies. Like, even if you watch older movies, there's still a meaning and message to them. So, if you're a fan of like, 90s and 2000s movies, then watch them. Not to say, because they're old, they're bad. No, movies can teach a lesson. Movies can make people feel a certain emotion. So again, feel free to watch what you like. And hey, it might have such a really good message.
Yep, I agree wholeheartedly. So since we're kind of at the end of this, would you like to do a singing sample for us?
Sure. You want me to sing?
Yeah, just anything.
Okay. Darling, I'm not done with you, but let me rephrase. Our days might be numbered if you keep looking away. Get back on your stage. I am so tired of your poor acting. Cheap lies so distracting. That's my original song, Final Act. You can find it on Spotify and Apple Music and all the music platforms. Check it out.
Let's go. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, and also, would you like to do the outro where I basically, the guest is like, "Hey, my name is Trina. You can hear me on blah blah blah. This is the Solomon Shrine podcast with Robert Jackson. If you may."
Hi, it's Trina, and you can hear me as Hayley. Hey everyone, go check out Solomon Shrine and check out Robert Jackson. Awesome dude, fantastic story. Check it out now. You better do it.
Hey, yep, that's right. And hey, we kind of got to hear that Haley towards the end. So, yeah. Oh, maybe I should do like an ask a character type of deal, but maybe we'll save that for another time. But I guess if Haley were to close it out, like, what would she want to say to the audience before we officially sign off for the afternoon?
Hey everyone, just be careful out there. Don't be stupid, don't be dumb, and just survive. Okay? You can do it.
Right on, right on. All right, where am I? Yep, here I am. So we did it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I would really love to do an improv and maybe save that for a different episode. But who knows? If you want to see it, let me know. Just comment below. Do that YouTube thing. So thank you for watching, and thank you for watching the Solomon Shrine podcast. Please make your exit, and until next time, stay safe out there, you foolish mortals. And remember, always, and continue onwards, just play for your life. If you may, and if you dare.